Okay, I'm back with a response to your response to my response to your response to my response. So, I took a few notes, of course, because this is so interesting to me, and I'm again coming to you from my closet because my dad's asleep. I'm gonna try and not stutter during this video because I realized on my last video I stuttered a lot, and I hate my stutter more than anything in this entire world. So, a few things. You asked if we're all in a coma, and this is a coma world, we'll call it, then where do our real bodies stay? And my answer would be in the hospital in which we're being treated because we're in a coma. It makes sense. Or like if someone just randomly fell into a coma in a ditch, and they didn't really have someone that really cared about them, then they would be in the ditch. Wherever you fell into a coma, or wherever you are transported after falling into the coma, that is where our real selves are staying. Now that I'm trying not to stutter, I'm just like dropping letters out of words. Anyways, so yeah, that's the answer to your first question. This entire thing is already a theory, I'm sure. I know that I'm not the last one. See this right now? I know that I'm not the first one to talk about it because I was talking with it about my mom. I was talking with my mom about it. So many things are going through my head right now because this is so interesting to me, and I'm just like, that's why I jumped around everywhere in my last video, because I was just sitting there, I was talking, and I was going. P.S. I am wearing clothes today. Be happy. And thank you for the compliment on my jacket. Yeah, this is already a theory, and like I said, I was talking with my mom about it because we had lunch together today, and she said that she has thought of that as well. And so, it's kind of creepy that, we both thought about it. I know that I said Adam, A-D-A-M, initially, but in my video, I went back and I re-said Eve, because I was like, wait, according to the Bible, I think my direct quote was, according to the Bible, Eve ate the fruit first. Sorry, and so I went back and I redid that. I just stuttered, dang it. Sorry about the atoms, A-T-O-M-S thing. I haven't rewatched your video yet. I should probably do that. But, yeah, sorry about that. Okay, you said that, you gave a response to me saying that, there's no way that we can prove this because people only know the real truth after they die. That's what I said. And then you said that you disagree with that because people can leave notes. That's not true, because when you're dead, you're dead. And I said that, we only know when we're truly dead, when we're slowly getting closer to our deaths and our dead selves and our entities, I guess, that we will then become when we die. We don't know the truth yet, but when we're actually dead, and we know that, this could be a simulation, this could be a comatose, dream, this could, it could, be what the Christians think, they could be right, or the Jews, or, all of them, or it could just be nothing. We don't know, and we will not know until we are completely and absolutely dead. And after you're dead, you can't leave notes. That's why nobody knows the clear truth. People just have theories. I heard about the simulation theory from watching another vlogger's channel, but he has his own personal channel called PogoBat. I'll put a link in the doobly-doo, is something that he says, either in the sidebar or in the underbar, depending on whether you are using the new beta version where it has a wider watch screen, which then renders the links and all the information to be in the underbar, or in the sidebar if you're not using the new 2.0 beta version. When you said the whole clones thing in your continuation, that is actually a theory already. It's referred to as the string theory, and it basically states that, you know, there are an infinite amount of universes, and there are an infinite amount of us. Like there are, you know, millions upon millions, upon billions, upon trillions, upon zillions of Ryans in separate universes, you know, and they are living out an infinite amount of possibilities. Like, you know, if I were to not leave Noble, you know, like there is Orion out there doing that. You know, if I were to stay in Texas, there's Orion out there living that life, you know. And that's just the string theory. I talked about this with Alex because I was hanging out with him and we were bored, and so I was like, I wanna bring up something. I wanna ask you this. And so I presented the idea of the comatose theory, which was my theory that I had presented that I didn't make up. P.S. And he brought up the point that you dream when you enter the REM stage of sleep, which is rapid eye movement. You dream because your brain releases DMT. DMT is a chemical that you know, allows you to be able to visualize what your brain dreams of when you're asleep. So he brought up the point that maybe you don't release DMT when you are in a coma, and that then renders the entire comatose theory false. So I did some research and I found opposing views. I found a yes, you do dream when you're in a coma, and no, you don't. I personally believe that you do not dream when you're in a coma because your body more or less stops functioning. Hence why atrophy exists, because, you know, your body does still pass gas, but that's only because, you know, if it didn't, your intestines would explode. And so you're basically just, you know, this vegetable, and your body doesn't function. And so when you come out of your coma, you know, you don't have like control over your bowels, and you can just poop on yourself explosively. And, you know, like if you overexert, you know, so which would then mean that you cannot enter the REM stage of sleep because you're basically just sitting there comatose. And so I personally believe that you do not dream when you're in a coma, which then renders the entire comatose theory false, because the comatose theory states that this is all a dream that we are having while we are comatose, and you can't dream when you're in a coma. So that puts an end to that entire theory as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's basically my entire thing. I'm sure that I've missed a few key points, and you're probably going to hit on those, which is good, because then we can keep this going. I enjoy this a lot because I find this to be so interesting. I love it. So yeah, I think that we should keep this going. I'll look for more theories. I'll bring them up. My light keeps flickering. Did you see it? It happened when I said, my light keeps flickering. Okay, it did. Anyway, it didn't happen when I said it the second time. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you. Okay, bye. That's just a little fun fact.